we're going to finish off the feet. We've got a couple of things still to do on those components, and then we're going to look at changing some materials and material properties so that this looks a little bit more clock-like. So to start off with, I'm going to turn off the acrylic face, the clock face, the top cap, the top, the right and left sides. I just want the base and the feet. And I'm going to rotate around. So we have our base, and I'm going to start a new sketch on one of these feet. Now it doesn't really matter which one, because we're going to do the same for both. We're going to start off with a rectangle, and that rectangle is going to be from the inside back corner, and we're going to drag that out. We want that to go forwards 20 and in 41.5, and we select enter. We're then going to put a circle in here. This is for a hole. So we're going to zoom right in, C for circle. We're going to select that center point on the edge of our rectangle and give our dimension of 3. Now we do want to trim this to get rid of the excess lines. So I'm going to select trim. I'm going to trim off that excess. That hole is the one we're after. Now the reason that we've left on both these pieces, we can trim off those as well, is because I actually want to cut this hole right through both those components. So I'm going to finish the sketch there. I'm going to select the hole, extrude it. Oh, I'm going to have to select it first. So zoom right in, select that. Now we've got to go 19 plus the 9 that is left. 19 and 9 should be 28. 28, not 38. We want to cut. We want to cut both of those bodies, and we're going to select OK. This gives us a nice neat hole right the way through. Now we're going to duplicate this on the other side, but before we do, I'm going to zoom in nice and close here. I want to select the edge. And we go to modify, and I'm going to put a chamfer on that edge too, of 2 millimeters, and select OK. This is going to allow us to countersink the head of our screw as our joining method for joining our base and feet to the rest of our clock. So I'm going to zoom out there. We're going to select the other foot, and again drawing from the inside rectangle. I'm going to drag that out. We're going to go forwards 20 and in 41.5. Enter. We'll do this much quicker now. So you've already done 1. C for circle. 3. You want to trim the excess, particularly on the inside. So let's trim that out. Let's get rid of those as well. We then want to extrude. Select the hole. We're going back through the work plane. 28. We want to cut. Let's just make sure that we're cutting both objects. Yes. And we select OK. Lastly, we're going to grab that edge, modify, chamfer, 2 millimeters, and we're pressing OK. Save that. because that is our construction now finished, and we can turn on the rest of our components. And you can see our components here, they're not looking quite like they should. So we are going to select a component, a whole component, right click, and we're going to go down to physical material. This is going to give us a number of options. I'm going to scroll down until we get to wood. I'm going to select it. Then I'm going to continue to scroll until I can find something that's going to resemble our clock. Now I can select walnut, drag that on. It's very dark. If I come back up here, mahogany might look a little bit better. A bit more realistic. We are not using mahogany, but it is looking a little bit more realistic. Now I can drag this onto any and all of the components that we're making out of our Australian hardwood, which I'll do. So the base and the feet. And we're looking pretty good, so let's hit close. We now want to do the acrylic face. So again, we're going to double click on the item, right click physical material, and this time we're going to go to plastic, scroll down till we get to clear acrylic, grab that and put it on, and instantly you can see how we can see through that item. Okay, and close. Last but not least, we need to do the face of our clock. Now in order to do the face from this view, we actually have to turn the acrylic surface off. So we can select the face, double click on it, physical material. This time we're going to hide plastic, so I'll select that one again. We want to go with wood, and I'm going to go down to, hopefully we've got it in here, plywood finish. And if we drag that on, you can see that it has really not changed. That's okay. We're going to render that in our rendering shortly. So save those, and our clock is now ready for rendering.